Hi, Eric.
Hi!
We are about 5 hours into our Halloween Eve show here on the big Crazy 8. We got started bright and early this morning at 3 a.m. and so we thought that it'd be really fun to get the viewers involved and talk about all things Halloween and introduce you to the Magic Channel 8 ball. So I decided to have some fun with the baby bump this year. You only get to be pregnant for the first time once, right? And become Magic 8 ball. And so if you want, you can ask me your yes and no questions and I will answer them for you with all of my Magic 8 triangle answers here that I made last night. I have all of your questions coming up here on my phone here. So please ask away. So this morning we had a great time on GMQC. Halloween is always a really good tradition on our morning show. We always have a lot of fun together. We usually do Halloween, so we do a week-long segments and special features and things like that. Obviously this year is just a little bit different, so we decided to push it all into one day, one morning show. And so this morning, in case you missed it, we had Flashback Friday, where we looked back about 4 or 5 years at some of our favorite Halloween moments, which is really, really fun to see us walking through haunted houses and interviewing different people. Really, really cool. So we had a really, really great time just showing everybody what we used to do for Halloween. This year, of course, a little bit different, and so we kept everything in-house, we kept everything safe and spaced out. We did a really special Nailed It or Failed It, so I wanted to show that off to you guys. I'll be posting this on WQAD.com coming up here in a little bit. We made little treats out of pretzels and things like that. So we made little witches' brooms, and these are little pretzel sticks and Reese's miniatures. We made little pretzel ghosts, which are basically white chocolate covered pretzels with edible eyes on the top 2 holes. And then we made these really, really funny little skeletons with brownie bites, pretzel stick, more of those chocolate covered pretzels, and then a marshmallow. And the way we made the faces, there's this really cool product. It's like a food gel almost, and you kind of could squeeze that out, use a little paintbrush, and then you can paint all over your marshmallow, and then that way it stays all edible, right? So some really, really fun and easy things that you can do at home this Halloween, since I know a lot of you will be sticking around home and you won't be going out for Halloween. So try this. This will be a really, really fun thing to do with the family. We also made a cocktail of the week this morning. This is the Black Magic cocktail, and this makes me really, really want to drink, but I can't drink this. But basically, it's a screwdriver. It's a play on a screwdriver with orange juice and vodka, but we have dyed the vodka black with that same food gel that we used for the skeleton faces. And you do this really cool method where you pour it slowly over the back of a spoon, and then it allows it to be separated like that. It's really, really neat. So give that a go too. I'll make sure to put all this on our website at WQAD.com. Those are just a couple of the really fun things we did this morning on GMQC that I wanted to share with you all. If you have any questions, yes or no questions, the Magic Channel 8 ball will answer them for you. Very excited about that. Or if you just want to talk about what's going on this weekend, what's been going on here in the studio. I've been back for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and it's been such a joy to be back with the guys, with Eric and John. We are still really being careful about spacing ourselves out. Even after the show, we were kind of mingling a little bit in the kitchen, cleaning up from this morning, and we had our masks on here in the kitchen. We were being really, really careful, just trying to do everything we can so we don't have any scares or anything that happens here, so that we can all stay here and stay in studio, because Halloween is just the start of it, right? We've got Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas, and we want to be able to continue to bring you important news, informative news, but also some entertainment as well, which we love. So great to say hi to everybody and see everybody tuning in here. Barry says you'll be a fantastic mother. Thank you, Barry. Very sweet of you. We're under the 2-month mark until baby Sharp will hopefully arrive, which is crazy. It's been an insane year for so many reasons, right? But adding my first pregnancy on top of all that has been a little bit of relief, to tell you the truth. Something to look forward to in a year of a lot of craziness. So we're very, very excited, my husband and I. Adrian says, so cute. Thank you so much. It's been great to hear from all of you and to get all the support that we've gotten, not just the last couple of weeks since me being back in studio, but the last several months. I mean, this has been a thing since middle of March, and the support from our viewers have been it's been phenomenal. So thank you all so much for practicing patience with us as we've gone through a lot of technical difficulties and new technical things. I'm still shocked that we were able to broadcast from our basements. I just still think that is an incredible thing that we were able to master and figure out. But we did it, and we will do it again if we absolutely need to. As you guys all know, cases and deaths are rising once again. The governor of Illinois just came out yesterday warning our region of Rock Island County that we're almost to that threshold of 8% test positivity rate, and if we go to that threshold for 3 days straight, we're going to start having some restrictions again on all of our bars and our restaurants, things like that. So do your part this weekend if you can. Try if you are able to. I know it's so hard because it's Halloween. We all want to be out and about, partying and showing off costumes and going door to door and trick-or-treating and doing all those things. But if you are okay with it and are able to, try to just stay home, do some cute crafts like we showed on Nailed It or Failed It this morning. And if you do go out, just of course, those 3 W's that I'm always talking about. Wear your mask, watch your distance, wash your hands. I think that if we all do our part, I really, really do think that we can make a difference. That's my plug. That's my shameless plug for you. And if you're not doing it for yourself, do it for those you love. Do it for the people who are high risk. Do it for the people who are expecting little babies, to make sure that we all get to stay safe in our community as well. So, do you have any questions? Do you want to see what the Magic Channel 8-Ball has to say? I'm going to ask a question right now to it, and that is, will I eat more pieces of candy than my age today, which is 34? And I'm probably well on my way. Let's see what it says. It is decidedly so. Yeah, I would think so. I have a sweet tooth already, and this pregnancy is only making it worse. Do you have a yes or no question? Please go ahead and ask me. I've got all of my comments and things coming up here on my phone. Oh, Sky says, my 8-ball question, will I ever be as awesome as Angie Sharp? She's my favorite. Well, I'm going to say yes, that you already are, without even asking the Magic 8-Ball. But why not? Let's have some fun with this. Ask again later. I'm going to go ahead and say, though, that you are as awesome. Thank you for the sweet. No, that's so kind of you. It continues to be a job that I absolutely love, doing this each and every morning, and people think I'm so crazy for waking up so early, but every single morning, I will say it's very, very hard to get out of bed, but once I brush my teeth and I have my outfit on, I am always so excited to come to work. It is the best job in the entire world, and it's because of the guys in here too, John and Eric, and our entire GMQC team. They are just awesome. I can't say enough about our amazing team here. Speaking of our team, we have Henrietta here. She's showing off her backside for us. Henrietta is one of our editor extraordinaires, friend, Elise. She sometimes puts Henrietta in her car, and Henrietta even has a mask on, so she's practicing her safety guidelines as well. But we thought it'd be fun to have her in the studio today. That's been kind of a weird thing about doing stuff in the kitchen with Nailed It or Failed It. If you guys have been long time viewers, you know that we do Nailed It or Failed It, all of us in the kitchen, and we can't do that anymore. Only I'm allowed to be in here. And so what I've been doing is, I don't think you can see them from this camera angle, but I've been getting cookie sheets, and I basically get a cookie sheet for Eric, a cookie sheet for John, and I set them all up with all of their supplies. So every week now, when I'm thinking of what we're going to do for Nailed It or Failed It, or even Cocktail of the Week, I have to think of it in terms of, I can't be hands-on with them, right? We can't help each other or collaborate really on anything. Everybody needs to have their own separate supplies to be as safe as possible. So that's what I've been doing. I've been like creating their own trays for them, and then during a commercial break, I'll say, okay guys, your trays are ready, go get your trays, and then they'll bring them to their spots, then they'll bring them back, and then I do all the cleaning up and the washing and things like that. It's kind of a crazy process, but we're just so thankful that we're still able to do this segment and have some fun in the kitchen, because I know that it's a comic relief for a lot of viewers out there to see what we're doing each and every week. It's definitely something that I'm going to miss doing when I'm on maternity leave, which will be probably the first 3 months of the new year. But we're going to have a substitute come into my place and craft with all of you guys. And I think it's going to be really, really great to kind of get a new perspective out there. Let's take a look and see if there's any other comments. Oh, Elizabeth, one of my best friends. Will I get to see you before Baby Shark arrives? Let's find out. Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm hoping. Without a doubt. There you go, Elizabeth. And that's my reminder to text you back today. So thank you for commenting on that. I've been so busy putting together the nursery, and I had a little shower with my family back in Downers Grove, Illinois last weekend. And so just been busy putting away baby stuff, finding places for it. It's a wild ride. And if you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Teddy says, happy Friday to you as well. This week went by really, really fast. I'm kind of glad it did, because got a couple days off, and then next week, I don't know, you guys, what's going to happen. It's going to be a crazy week. On that note, I know we're talking about Halloween, but on that note, it's been something I've been thinking about, is how are they going to be able to tabulate all of these mail-in ballots coming in, the absentee ballots, the early voting numbers, things like that. Rock Island County and Scott County, they're both starting this weekend opening all of those ballots that have been mailed in and starting to put them through those machines so that they are able to get election results fast. We've been really asking that question of how are we going to have results on election night? It just seems hard to do when you've had so many mail-in ballots that you have to take care of. Early voting numbers have been hitting record levels, so we'll see kind of how it all pans out on a national level, but I think locally, our county clerk's office, our county auditor's office, depending on what side of the river you're on, they are working really hard to make sure that we have some local results here on election night, and if not, the next morning, which is of course what GMQC will be concerned about on Wednesday morning. So give them grace that they have a really hard and important job to do next week. Next week's going to be crazy. We're going to see how that all goes down. Let's see, Dane asks, will I work a full year from home? I think I know the answer to that, Dane, but let's find out what the Magic Channel 8 Ball says. Will I work a full year from home? Don't count on it. So you might be back sooner than you think, Dane. We'll see about that. Are you still working from home? I know my husband is. I know a lot of people still are, and a lot of them, their employers have said, you're home for at least the rest of the year. Before we know it, it's going to be March, and then we're going to be hitting the year mark on all of this, right? Gosh. Blaine says, love you, my friend. Love you too, Blaine. So excited for you and your husband as you get closer and closer to welcoming your little one into the world. We're getting really close. Tomorrow I hit 32 weeks, which is just insane. I go into the doctor every 2 weeks now. Some of you know I have an autoimmune condition called ITP, which means low platelets. And I've been in remission for a few years, but I have to go get my platelets checked every couple of weeks just to make sure everything's going okay, and everything's going great, so that's good. But it's just been crazy. I'm so thankful for the great doctor team though I have at Unity Point Health Trinity over on Utica Ridge Road. Dr. Yoder and her team, they've been wonderful to work with. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going to these appointments every couple weeks, and then soon it's gonna be every week. And oh guys, December is gonna be just crazy. What if it happens on the air? That's what everybody keeps asking. Let's hope not. I mean, it'd be really funny if something happened, but not something that dramatic. I mean, let's be honest here. It's not going to be my most beautiful moment, right? Laura says, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you, Laura. We have another 8-ball question. Was John trying desperately to hide the fact that he was suffering technical difficulties during Nailed It or Failed It with his project Skeleton Snack? So yeah, this morning, we were making these little skeletons, which is a brownie bite, about 5 or 6 white chocolate covered pretzels on a pretzel stick, and then a little marshmallow with a little face on it. I haven't looked back at the tape because I'm so far away from him since we have to be separated during Nailed It or Failed It. I've not looked back at the recording to see if he was really struggling, so I'll have to do that. But let's ask the Magic Channel 8 Ball if John was desperately trying to hide the fact that he was suffering technical difficulties. It is decidedly so. I mean, we all know how John does nailed it or failed it, but that's why I love the segment. The segment works because of our personalities of John, Eric, and I, and me. It's just this is the reason it works so well. If all three of us were amazing crafters, I'm not saying I'm amazing at it, and by any means, I just like to teach. It wouldn't be as interesting of a segment, right? So, oh, John, I love him so much. Laura says you make a great 8-ball. Thank you. I really, I'm not a big, Halloween's not my favorite holiday. I'm definitely more of a Christmas person. I love 4th of July, things like that. But I was looking around, or I think I got an email or something from one of the million apps that I've downloaded to track the baby, and it was 8 creative pregnancy costumes. And I was like, well, I mean, you only get one opportunity or a couple opportunities in your life to do this, right? And this was one of them, was the 8-ball. And I was like, well, this is nice because from the top up, I can still be professional on camera. But then in the wider shots, you'd be able to see the bump and the 8-ball. So that's how I came up with that one. Very easy to make. A little bit of white felt, some black felt, a safety pin, a black dress, boom, done. Love it. All right. Paulette says, you look great, Angie. You certainly have the glow. Thank you. Cameras, lights, and makeup definitely help the glow versus the amount of sleep that I'm losing from awkward positions while trying to sleep and get into a comfortable position. Jason says, not a question, but I'm sorry you have to work with John. Jason, John's brother, come on, man. He's awesome. I could not ask for a better co-anchor. We balance each other out to a T, and it's perfect. Never a dull moment with all of us on the desk, that's for sure. All right, that's all of our questions and comments. If you guys have any more questions, yes or no questions, especially for the Magic Channel 8-ball, go ahead and send them my way. Or if there's anything else you want to talk about, I'll stay on for another couple minutes or so just to chat with you. I know it's been a while since we've been able to do one of these kind of Facebook Lives and talk candidly with each other. I would love to know what's kind of going on in your world, how you're doing during this pandemic. How do you plan to creatively celebrate Halloween in the safest way possible? We're not doing trick-or-treating this year. We decided just not to put any candy out or anything like that. We just keep saying, we'll do it even better and have even more candy for the kids next year, right? We'll just make it bigger and better in the years to come. And maybe this is the year that we just kind of have to stay at home, stay safe, and kind of do our part. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be this way forever, and that's what I keep saying to myself, right? Bill asks, is that Andrew? And I'm guessing you're asking about the skeleton. No. This is Henrietta. This is our editor extraordinaire, Elise's friend that she brought in so that I could use her in the kitchen with me. She's already fallen over a couple times. Sorry, Elise. But we've got her hooked up here, and she's got her mask on so that we can be safe in the kitchen together and just kind of have some fun with it too. If anybody watched GMQC last year, we had a series of skeletons that we set up throughout the studio to kind of trick viewers at home, that we had turned all into skeletons for our Halloween show. And it's been so much fun being able to celebrate this holiday. I was so excited to come back to the studio just a couple of weeks ago, mainly because I just wanted to be around John and Eric. Anchoring by yourself in your basement at 4:30 in the morning is about as fun as it sounds. It's a lot more fun in here because you have people to talk to, you have their energy to feed off of, you've got the lights, it's a whole vibe. But in your basement, it's just really, really hard to get that energy up. And then you hit a commercial break, and we don't hear the commercials in our ears, so then it's just silence for 3 minutes. And it was really, the first couple months it was fine, it was fun, Zuno got to be part of the show. But after a while, it was kind of getting old, and so I was really excited when Tegna, our owners, and WQAD said, we're going to bring back the rest of the anchors, and I was just like, I'm in, I'm ready. They asked, are you comfortable? And I said, absolutely. The measures that our station has put into place here have been incredible. They have changed all of our bathrooms into touchless bathrooms. Just as an example, we're all spread out. The newsroom's full of plexiglass. Some of us are working upstairs because the people who would work upstairs, our account reps, salespeople, are not, they're all working remote. Our station is doing an incredible job, the best in the market at keeping us safe, and we definitely do feel safe when we're here, and we're all taking it really, really seriously because none of us want to go home. As fun as it was to anchor in my PJs and my leggings and my slippers, I do not want to have to go home and do that all over again. I want to stay here. This is where we're meant to be, right? So that being said, it was so nice to be able to organize and plan out this Halloween show for Good Morning Quad Cities and for News 811 coming up in a couple hours. Just because we haven't been able to do that. We weren't able to do all of our fun John Deere Classic coverage, or any really of the fun things that we do in the summer on GMQC. So this was something that we were all really, really looking forward to. And we'll continue to do some really fun things heading into the holiday season as well. It might not be like it was years past when we just dedicate a whole entire week to things, but we'll definitely try to do some fun things just to give us all a little bit of respite from what's going on in the world. So if there's no other questions, I got my best girl Ray saying, hi Ange, you look great. Hi Ray, happy Halloween. Have a good day at school today. Can't wait to see your little girl's outfit tomorrow. I love seeing all the costumes. Dog costumes, cat costumes, kid costumes. Send me the pictures. I want to see all of them. It'll give me good inspiration for my little one next year. Although I think I already have it figured out. Zuno's going to be a dinosaur again this year. Philip asks, when's the baby due? December, late December. So it could be a Christmas baby. It could be a 2021 baby, although we're hoping that it's not that long that we have to wait. But at the end of December, that's when I'm due. I'm 32 weeks tomorrow, so very excited about that. Bill asks, has it surprised you that more places have not canceled Halloween? I was thinking about that this morning when I was seeing some emails and news releases come in from businesses saying that they're going to have, a costume contest, or they're going to be open for Halloween specials and things like that. I can't speak for the businesses, of course. I know that they are struggling a lot during this COVID-19 pandemic. I think a lot of them.
I don't think anybody's running air conditioning anymore.
Well, we know people are going to go out no matter what, right? They have you have every right to do whatever you want to do, as long as, try to stay safe, please. But if they're going to go out, I'm guessing some of these businesses are like, well, if they're going to be out, we might as well try to get some of those customers here so that we can make some money and keep our business going. So it doesn't really necessarily surprise me that more businesses have not canceled Halloween. I just hope that we are, we can keep our businesses open if everybody is safe, right? And I think that's the point that everybody's trying to make, is if we all follow the guidelines, then we should be able to kind of live somewhat of a normal life, right? But it's when we're not all in on it, right? When we kind of start getting some of these super spreaders and things like that. So if you are going out this weekend, you have, you can do whatever you want. You have every right to. Just try to be as safe as possible if you can. And if you are staying at home, you'll be just like me, staying at home and hanging out and watching movies on TV. And for me, it's setting up the nursery and writing thank you cards and finding places for all the baby stuff, things like that. All right, if there are no other questions or comments, thank you all so much. I appreciate all the love. It's so sweet of you. I'm going to go ahead and sign off so I can get some work done before News 8 at 11. We're going to be showing off some of the cute little treats that we made on GMQC, again on News 8 at 11. And then we also have another cool cocktail of the week that we're going to be making. And it has to do with the stuff. I'll set my coffee down. The stuff that's in these squeezy bottles. Do you know what these alcohols are? Green, red, brown. We're going to be making something that looks really, really gross, but apparently is really, really delicious. So I'm looking forward to see what the guys think of that. That's been always the best part about Nailed It or Failed It or Cocktail of the Week, is I always keep it a secret and I don't tell the guys what we're doing until the moment. So that way you get a really genuine reaction of it. So we're going to be doing that on News 8 at 11. We also have some really, really other fun things Halloween related that we're going to be doing. Also, there's a big announcement taking place today at 11 o'clock, and that is the Birdies for Charity announcement. So as we all know, the John Deere Classic couldn't happen this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but its fundraising arm, Birdies for Charity, still decided to move forward in raising money for the more than 500 charities it helps every year. Instead of making pledges based on the birdies, since there were no birdies at the golf tournament, there was no golf tournament, people can make direct donations, and this team, I just give them full props. I love the John Deere Classic and the Birdies for Charity teams so much, Christy and Claire and all of their team members. They've been working so hard this year, and so today, and it's always this way, around Halloween, they always announce their number of how much money was raised. Today is that day, and so we're gonna see how they did during a pandemic and how they were able to translate all of those donations into dollars for our charities who need that money now more than ever. So I know that our community is so generous and so amazing. It's one reason why I've stayed in this community for so long and will continue to, is because of our generosity and how much we care about our community. So I'm really excited to see what the numbers are going to be today. Last year was a record-breaking year, but keep in mind, there was no golf tournament at all this year. So I think that Christy's always amazing. She always says, even if we made, raised $1 million, that would be incredible for our charities. And so hopefully they raised a little bit more than that. Last year they raised $13.8 million, and that was a record breaker. So we'll see what happens today. But that's at 11 o'clock, and we will broadcast that live for you on News 8 at 11, and also have a live interview with Christy Ketchum-Jackson. Again, fantastic team there. Just love that event, and I missed it so much this year. I'm sure you did too. Okay, one last yes or no question. This is a very important one before I sign off. Derek asks, will the Bears win this weekend? Give a good shuffle of all the triangles here. Come on, baby bump. Outlook not so good. Ooh. Let's try again, one more. Because the Magic 8 Ball, you could shake it a couple times. It's okay. This one says, outlook good. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm sure it'll be a very, very dramatic game because that's what the Bears have been doing to us this season. Let's hope that we can, instead of going 5-2, we can go 6-2. Go Bears, and I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. Continue to check in with me. Send me emails, angie.sharp@wq80.com. I hope that you are all doing well and are staying healthy. Please continue to stay safe. Go vote. Make sure you go vote with Election Day coming up, and continue to be kind to each other, practice patience, spread grace, and I will talk to you all soon, okay? Come over here and sign off. Talk to you later, everyone.